The problem with pass first point guards in 2K25. This is like a part 2, y'all. I've already done a similar video to this. If you guys know me, I'm definitely a win first point guard, but I definitely lean toward the scoring side. You guys can see I average 30 points a game on my Scoot Henderson build. But I'm going against this guy with a 99 pass accuracy. Alright, and this team, y'all, they're definitely a team that have a lot of chemistry. Alright, and it's just going to show you guys the flaw in being a pass first point guard. This is a great gameplay to watch. But the verse of the video: he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Y'all, that's Psalm 91. Alright, that Psalm 91 is a very, very good psalm, man. Hope you guys all read it and internalize it and apply it to your life, y'all. Understanding that God is our refuge. God is our fortress. Alright, and I watched the video one time that explained it very elegantly. When you think of like a refuge, that's some place that it's more like peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like if the world was about to end, World War III, you would want to go find a refuge, a safe spot, somewhere safe. All right, that's a refuge. It's like a safe, peaceful place, y'all. But then fortress, God as our fortress. He's also in times of battle. If it's World War III and you have to take down your opponents, you want to be in a fortress. All right, so understand, God is our refuge and our fortress, y'all. He fights our battles and he delivers us from the enemy, man. Make sure to have a relationship with God, y'all. But as you guys can see in this video, this is a perfect example of the problem with pass first point guards. The problem with being pass first in 2K25, man. Just being a pass first player in general. And this is no shade to the other PG, no shade to the other team. Because like I said, they were a great team. You guys are going to see how the gameplay develops and how this game really goes down. But that guy with 99 pass accuracy, I mean, he knew how to use it. He was dotting up and slicing up our team all game, y'all. You guys can see he's throwing dots down court. The teammates, they're ready to shoot. They know they've got that legend dimer boost. They're ready to shoot. They're ready to cut when he says cut, y'all. And like I said, they're dicing up our defense to start the game. But ultimately, there's a huge flaw when it comes to being a pass first point guard that's going to get exposed in the crunch time of this game. Okay, a lot of players say that they love to have a pass first point guard. They love to play with point guards who pass and all that. And yes, y'all, as a point guard, you do have to pass the ball. Even me as a score first player, you guys can see I'm still passing the rock. I'm making the right play. But the issue with being pass first is when you start to become pass heavy. When you start to become pass only. Alright, and you guys can see he has his playmaker takeover right now. He's throwing dots, man. Their teammates, they know how to cook off the play take. They're getting standing dunks, open cuts, open dots, y'all. But when you start to become pass heavy, pass only, when you're more of a passer than a scorer, it gets predictable. Okay, it gets predictable. You guys can see he went in for that layup. I'm telling my team, throw it, throw it, throw it. All right, and I'm gonna hit the shot at the buzzer, man. You know what I'm saying? Lil Green. We're only down 1 point in the first quarter. This is a battle. This whole game is a battle, really. It's a battle between both point guards. It's a battle of philosophies, right? So that's why, in my opinion, this is such a great game to watch and highlight and just educate a lot of other point guards, educate a lot of players on this game. The reason that pass first ultimately is worse than being score first is because as a pass first guard, you're basically looking at the defense and you're seeing what the defense is doing and you're trying to punish that, right? So as a pass first player, this guy with play take, he's looking at our defense and he sees we're not really set up, so he calls the player on a cut, y'all. The difference between doing that and being a score first player is that as a score first player, I'm not reacting to what the defense is doing per se. I'm making the defense react to me. Alright, and then I react to what they do, if that makes sense. As a pass first player, you don't ultimately have as much control over the game as a score first player. Okay, because when you're passing, you're just seeing what the defense is and you're reading what the defense is doing off that, right? But you're not really affecting the play. You're not really affecting the defense. You're not really bending the defense, all right? Unless you're like driving and kicking, unless you're putting up points, then maybe they start reacting to you, all right? But as a score first player, by me being a scorer, I'm making the defense react to me. And ultimately, that leaves me with more control over the game than a player who's just trying to pass the ball, y'all. And another thing that a lot of pass first players do is they throw a lot of cuts. They do a lot of cuts, a lot of back doors, a lot of simple stuff like that, y'all. Nothing's wrong with throwing the cut. But at the end of the day, it's a 2. At the end of the day, 3s are always going to outweigh 2s, and it's easier to get 3s up as a score first point guard. Because people don't understand, man. You guys are going to see, like I said, in the crunch time of this game, that ultimately as a PG, yes, you're supposed to run the offense. You're supposed to pass the ball and make the right play. But a lot of people don't realize that oftentimes the right play is for you to score. All right, shout out my boy Marauder. He made a great point in one of his videos, man. If me and LeBron are running down the court on the fast break and I have the ball and it's LeBron running with me in a 2-on-1 fast break, who's more likely to score? The answer is me, all right, because I have the ball. The person with the ball is the most likely to score, and that would have been such a tough shot if I hit it, y'all. But you have to stop the ball first. And when you're a pass first player, a pass heavy player, and you're not putting pressure as the ball handler, it really ruins a lot of opportunities. Right? You guys can see it's a 1-point game at halftime. He's got 12 points, 14 assists, on pace for like a 20-point, 30-assist game. All right, so Pressing and his team, like I said, they weren't bad players. Most quote-unquote pass-first guards that you guys see in the rec, they're not as good as this guy. Most pass-first teams, they're not as complete as this team that we're playing against. You guys can see that 1-point game quickly turned into a double-digit 11-point game. They're flopping on us. They're up 13 on us. They're flopping. All right, and pay attention, y'all. I still have 7 assists. Okay, I came in at halftime with 21 and 7, and it's not for lack of trying, y'all. I kind of cut out some of the misses, y'all. But even though I'm a score-first player, that doesn't mean don't pass the ball. Like I said, as a score-first guard, you have to make the defense react to you. And when they react to you, if your teammates are open, hit them. If it's the right play to hit your teammate, hit them. All right, but understand you have to make the read as the guard. Is the right play to hit my teammate, or is the right play for me to score? Stuff like this, when you know they're passing heavy, it makes it predictable. You guys can see I'm getting the steal. I'm coming down the court. I'm dropping my nuts. I'm not passing the rock. I'm shooting the 3. You guys can see they called that timeout. This is where they started to get rattled. They wanted to flop up 13. They thought it was sweet. They thought it was going to be a nice and easy game. But I'm telling y'all, stuff like this, look, he didn't think I was going to shoot it. He thought I was going to pass. And because of that, you gave up 3. A pass-first point guard maybe would have thrown the lob, maybe would have tried to hit somebody on that cut. But understand that 3s win games. You have to be able to shoot 3s. You have to be able to score 3 points. Okay, especially on the break. You got to be able to shoot with no hezzy. You have to be an elite scorer. Okay, you have to make the defense react to you. All right, because that last fast break was a perfect example, man. If I didn't shoot that little James Harden step back, if I tried to sit here and throw the cut, throw the alley to my teammates, man, the other point guard was baiting me. It's easy to get baited as a pass-first player. It's easy for people to play lanes. If they know all you want to do is pass, they know you don't want to score the rock. It's easy to get baited. It's much easier for the defense to set up and game plan around you if you're a pass-first player compared to being a scorer. All right? You guys can see now in the fourth quarter, I still only have 7 assists, y'all. But I make the right play right there. I hit my boy Boogie. He's down the court for the easy 2. Sometimes, even as a pass-first player, even if you have 99 pass with Legend Dimer, at the end of the day, your teammates still have to hit the shot. I can pass to a wide-open shooter all day, but whether or not they make the shot, that's totally out of my control. Whether I have Legend Dimer play take and they're 99 3-ball in the corner, whether they hit that shot, that's on them. They have to time the shot. They have to rhythm shoot it and time it, y'all. But as if you're a score first player, it's really just up to you. It's up to you to time your shot. It's up to you to create your shot, man. And so, in my opinion, playing score first, look, I could have hit the corner right there, but I didn't know if he was going to hit that shot. Like I said, I have been passing. I have 8 assists, but it's not for lack of trying, y'all. Teammates miss. People miss. And imagine if I would have passed to that corner, he would have missed, and then they would have came down and got that 3 on the fast break, just like that. Sometimes, as a point guard, take the easy points. And look at that. That's a perfect play right there. Even though, as a pass-first guard, you might love to pass the ball. If you're a center, a power forward, a lockdown, you want your PG to pass the ball. At the end of the day, in a close game, the center shouldn't be taking a contested 3 in the fourth quarter in the clutch. And that was another perfect example. I have a 60 steal, and I'm baiting him with a 99 pass. I have a 60 steal, 58 perimeter, and I'm making clutch defensive plays. You guys saw I got the steal, came down the court. I didn't pass the ball. I dropped my nuts, and I shot the ball. As a point guard, oftentimes, the right play is for you to drop your nuts, man. As the lead ball handler, as the leader of the offense, as the leader of the team, you have to have that mentality. All right, here's another example. I could have passed the ball, but they're so worried about me passing, they're leaving me open with 50 points. And that little 13-point lead they had in the third quarter, you know what I'm saying? Now we're the ones up 12. It's crazy they're not flopping now. It's crazy they didn't want to flop now, right? Also, in 2K, man, don't flop if you're not prepared for the consequences, man. Because I'm not going to lie, when I saw them flopping, that kind of got me in my feelings a little bit. I ain't going to lie. All right? Me personally, sometimes I'll flop because I want y'all to lock in. Like, I wish it was a close game. All right? It's better content for me. I like to flop and be disrespectful. I want you at your A game. In real life, I'm like a trash talker when I hoop. I don't want you to half-ass it and not really play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see you at your best versus me at my best. Let's compete and may the best man win. All right, you guys see we ultimately win by 12 points. Had 55, 8, and 4 on my Scoot Henderson build, y'all. This was just a perfect example of the issues with being pass first. It's too predictable, and it makes you lose games. All right, if you're a pass first player, you're going to lose a lot of games playing like that. Trust me. But like the video, y'all. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Join my Discord, y'all. This is the verse again, Psalm 91. Please have a relationship with God, you guys. Make God your refuge and your fortress, y'all. And it's literally nothing that can tear you down. It'll be nothing that can stop you in life, y'all. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And peace.